Welcome back to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're digging into something that really challenges that whole hustle culture narrative.
Yeah, that constant push, push, push.
We've got this really interesting framework from Chris R. Vlasis,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks at success through a pretty specific lens. It's about the relationship between preparation, talent, hard work.
Right, the stuff we control.
Exactly, and something the author calls favor. That powerful, often kind of misunderstood idea.
Right. And our mission today isn't just to, summarize it. We want to translate it practically.
Okay.
We're exploring that blend of intense human effort and what the source calls divine positioning and acceleration.
Divine positioning. Okay.
For our deep dive, let's think of this favor as maybe unseen leverage or critical timing.
Like being ready when the window opens.
Exactly. That moment, your diligence meets this high-impact opportunity. We'll unpack the tools here, the balance grid, the 5-filter decision test.
Yeah, the practical stuff.
Because they offer a system, really, for balancing that striving and, surrender.
And here's the core tension, the thing that really grabbed me. What if the biggest opportunities, the game changers, aren't actually meant to be earned just by grinding? What if they're meant to be received through alignment?
That one question, it just flips the script on the usual view of success, doesn't it?
Totally. It forces you to confront that pure striving mindset.
Yeah. If you accept that some breakthroughs are non-linear your prep gets you to the door, but doesn't necessarily open it.
Right.
It changes everything. How you lead, react to setbacks, how you make those big calls.
So let's start there. The idea that talent, training, all that effort, it's not enough on its own.
We all know people like that, right?
Yeah.
Super talented, work incredibly hard, but they just plateau.
Yeah, hit a ceiling. So if they have the skills, the discipline, what's missing? What separates them from those who get that divine acceleration?
Or that rapid, nonlinear advancement, as you put it. It's understanding and using this different kind of currency. Favor.
Okay.
The source is really clear. This isn't just random luck. It's intentional strategy. It's God's currency of advancement, as they say.
So less about just flashing credentials.
And more about recognizing and using those moments of critical timing. When you do that, your influence gets this velocity.
Yeah.
Something effort alone can't produce.
I like that the source tackles the misconception straight away, that favor is some kind of free ride.
Right. It's not that at all.
Instead, it's framed as stewardship, responsibility.
Exactly. It's influence, it's opportunity, and you're expected to handle it well, not just enjoy it.
It's not just a reward, it's a resource to manage.
Precisely. Think back, times when a big door opened, a connection, funding, a platform that just seemed to appear, advance things way faster than your 5-year plan predicted. Recognizing those patterns helps shift focus from just working hard to working aligned.
Which leads us right into that central paradox. Preparation positions you.
But favor promotes you.
Yeah. And the source warns about being over-prepared but under-trusting. That tension, how do we walk that line? Diligence versus dependence.
Without just, sitting back and doing nothing.
Right.
Well, the source gives us a really practical tool for this. It's called the balance grid.
Okay, a diagnostic.
Yeah. It helps you assess your default state, 4 quadrants.
Yeah.
Helps you see if your effort is building strength or just hitting a wall.
Let's spend a minute on this grid. This feels like where people listening can start taking action.
Okay. Quadrant 1 is the goal. Prepared and dependent. You work hard, honed your skills, you're diligent, but you also rely on timing, guidance, maybe something beyond your own plan. You prepare, then you wait, alert.
Okay, makes sense. What's next?
Quadrant 2. This is the big danger zone. Prepared and self-reliant.
Danger zone. But they're prepared.
Exactly. They have the skills, the network, the track record.
Right.
But the preparation has fueled pride. They trust only their own abilities.
Why is that competence, prepared and self-reliant, so dangerous? It sounds like the ideal employee, frankly.
It's the classic high achiever burnout scenario, isn't it? Competence breeds pride. Pride creates a ceiling.
How so?
The self-reliant person starts thinking they're the only one who can really do it right. Can't delegate, ignores advice, misses opportunities that require trust because they're not on their spreadsheet.
Okay. They trust their own calculations too much.
Yes. And this framework argues that self-reliance actually blocks that unseen leverage, that favor. Your strength becomes your limitation.
Wow. Okay. That's a challenging thought. Your drive, becomes the thing holding you back from nonlinear growth. That's a serious internal audit.
It really is. The other two quadrants are maybe easier to spot. Unprepared and dependent, just hoping for luck without the work.
Right.
And unprepared and passive, basically inertia, doing nothing.
So the real work is moving towards that top quadrant.
Constantly. Using the grid to check your daily habits. Are you preparing in a way that builds capacity or one that feeds pride? It's a crucial distinction.
Okay, so we've got the internal balance piece. Diligence plus dependence. But that balance needs a strong foundation, right? Character.
Absolutely. The source talks about invisible magnets.
Invisible magnets.
Yeah, integrity and humility. These are presented as the traits that actually attract and, crucially, sustain that high-impact leverage or favor.
Which is tough because so many environments seem to reward compromise, don't they?
They absolutely do. That's why Velasquez suggests creating a character covenant.
A what now?
A character covenant. Like literally write down maybe 3 non-negotiable values, things you won't compromise on, revisit them before big decisions.
Like personal guardrails.
Exactly. The idea is integrity attracts what pure ambition can't hold on to long term. If your character fails under pressure, that accelerated platform you got, it's going to crumble.
That makes sense. Okay, so character is key. Now, how does this leverage, this favor actually flow? Does it just appear?
Rarely out of thin air, according to the source. It often flows through people, relationships. The framework calls them gatekeepers.
Gatekeepers. Up.
And this requires a huge mental shift in how we view networking.
So?
The source warns against seeing people as just ladders to climb or, connections to manipulate for gain.
Right, that transactional approach.
Instead, relationships should be seen as assignments to serve.
Okay, hold on. This is where I need to push back a little. If you're identifying gatekeepers on a favor map, isn't there a risk this just becomes, well, a more spiritualized way of networking strategically, maybe even brown-nosing?
That's the tension.
Yeah.
And it's a fair question. The framework really hinges on the motivation. Is it genuine service or manipulation?
So how do you tell the difference in practice?
Well, the favor map tool isn't just about listing important people. It prompts you to reflect. How can I serve or honor this person?
Yeah.
What value can I add to their mission?
Not what can I get from them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It might be connecting them with someone they need, sharing a resource, offering encouragement, things with maybe zero immediate payback for you. It's about building relationships rooted in genuine service, not just strategy.
That shift from get to give is profound. It changes the whole dynamic.
It does. And it leads naturally into the next danger zone.
Yeah.
Self-promotion.
Ah, yes. Forcing things. Trying to build your own platform before it's time.
Versus what the source calls visibility born from obedience. How do you know which is which?
Good question.
Again, it comes down to motivation. Ambition driven by comparison, FOMO, insecurity. That's striving. It's different from visibility that comes because you're faithfully doing what you're called to do.
Oh.
But you need vigilance here.
Why vigilance?
Because the source offers a critical warning. Not every opportunity is favor.
Ooh, that's probably the most practical piece of advice so far. Just because a door swings open, big title, big money, lots of visibility, doesn't mean it's the right door.
Exactly. You need discernment. What the source calls distinguishing between good opportunities and God opportunities.
Okay, so how do we do that? How do we discern?
There's a system for this too, a really useful one called the 5-filter decision test.
5 filters. Okay, let's break these down. If you're at a crossroads, this is your checklist.
Filter number 1. Does it align with my character? Does taking this path mean compromising one of those non-negotiable values from my character covenant?
Okay, integrity check first. Makes sense.
Second, does it serve my calling? Does this move me closer to my long-term purpose, or is it just a shiny distraction?
Purpose alignment.
Got it. Third, is it confirmed by counsel? Have I talked this through with trusted people, those gatekeepers, maybe mentors who aren't personally invested in the outcome?
Wisdom from the outside.
Okay.
Crucial. Those first 3 feel like they guard against pure ambition. What are the last 2?
Fourth, does it produce peace, not pressure? Now, this one can be tricky.
Yeah, how do you measure peace?
It's about the source of the drive. Is there an internal sense of rightness and intuition pulling you? Or is it all external pressure, frantic deadlines, fear of missing out?
Internal rhythm versus external frenzy.
Okay.
And the 5th.
The 5th, and it's critical. Does it glorify God, not self?
All right, let's translate that last one. For someone applying this strategically, maybe in a secular context, how do we understand that filter functionally?
Functionally, it's asking, is the ultimate aim of this opportunity bigger than just my ego or my bank account? Does it serve a larger mission, a greater good? Or is it primarily about building my platform, celebrating me?
Okay.
The framework warns that if it's only about self-glorification, it won't last. It lacks that ethical or moral foundation for sustainability.
So does it serve something beyond me? That's a powerful filter. And the source suggests actually writing these decisions down.
Yeah, in a favorite decision journal, track the choices you make using the filters and note the outcomes. Did it lead to peace or resistance? Was there unexpected fruit or did it fizzle out?
That turns discernment from just a gut feeling into a skill you actually develop over time by tracking the data.
Love that.
Exactly. So let's pivot slightly. If you do receive this leverage, this favor, what's it for?
Right. The
Who's benefiting? The source is emphatic. Favor is a tool for service, not just for getting ahead yourself. So if the goal is multiplication, how do you actually steward that? How do you measure it?
The suggestion is to create a favor impact plan.
An impact plan. Okay.
You specifically map out
Mm-hmm.
how will I use the influence I have, my network, my resources, my platform, to open a door for someone else, to channel favor for their breakthrough.
So it's about intentionally creating ripples.
Yeah, creating a culture where favor flows through you to others, not just to you.
Okay. Now the tough part, what about those times when it feels like nothing's happening? When favor seems totally absent?
Yeah, the waiting seasons. We all hit them.
You're doing the preparation, you're trying to use the filters, but the doors just stay shut. What then?
This is where the framework offers a radical reframe. Those waiting periods aren't punishment. They're not failure. They're hidden training.
Hidden training. I like that.
In our hustle culture, stillness feels like falling behind, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Feels like failure.
But this suggests capacity is often built in the quiet. Like a developer needs downtime to refactor code before the big launch. You need that internal work.
Ah, so delay becomes preparation, not punishment. You're building
Right.
bandwidth to handle what's next.
Precisely. The source even suggests keeping a hidden season journal. Track the lessons, patience, trust, maybe deeper dependence than you were comfortable with before.
Learning in the waiting.
Yeah. That quiet time refines character, builds capacity. It all ties into what's called the favor lifestyle model, anchored by purity, capacity, humility, and alignment. These daily habits, like prayer, gratitude, service, they sustain the flow.
It comes back to systems, doesn't it?
Totally.
This whole framework is about building systems, spiritual ones, practical ones, the
Yeah.
balance grid, the 5 filters, the impact plan. It's all designed for sustained, nonlinear growth. It's like the highest form of being prepared.
That's it, exactly. Transformation isn't found in the frantic striving. It's in that intelligent surrender, that alignment. Success gets redefined, not just what you achieve through force, but what aligns with this unseen leverage.
So we'll leave you listening with this final thought pulled straight from the source material. It's definitely provocative. If God's favor, this principle of alignment and unseen leverage, became the central guide for your decisions, what doors might finally open for you?
Think about that this week. What choices might look different if you prioritized alignment over sheer ambition?